Romantic Philosophies, and I'm your host, Imani, and I'm here with my girl always.
It's Lucci.
Yo, respect the talent.
It's DJ Nate G.
Dropping the newest joints in your dome.
Alright. We're gonna learn today.
Right. Real shit. Stress free over here, man. Where at? You need to stop with all your stressing. Right? Stop worrying about your problems and get focused on your blessings. Real shit. Life's a gift, you should focus on the present. Right? And we ain't never failing, we just out here learning lessons. Real shit. Real shit. You need to quit with all your bitching. You need to smoke a J and get some fucking in your system. Real shit. Stop worrying about the things in life you know that you ain't fixing. You can't fix it all. Shit, life will give you answers if you take the time to listen. Real shit. Real shit. You need to stop with all your stressing. The thoughts that you invest in can lead you into depression and give you some peace of mind. What are you pressing? Your challenges and your blessings. Your perception helps define how you feeling at the time. Me, I'm inclined to doing fine. Ain't worried what you do with your life, I'm doing mine. Ain't worried what goes on in the world, nigga, I'm straight. It's clear to see I'm handling business, no suit and ties. I've been unsupervised, my rap's been supersized. Ain't worried about none of these cats who scrutinize. Ain't worried about none of the hate. I know it's fake when you great, that these niggas can't wait for your demise. But me, I never fold, I'm just sticking to the code. Drive ain't never slow, no matter what's in the road. Life ain't always easy, I know that's the way it go. Take my advice, you wanna get it in control, you need to stop with all your stress. Stop worrying about your problems and get focused on your blessings. Real shit. Life's a gift, you should focus on the present. Right? Shit, we ain't never failing, we just out here learning lessons. Real shit. Real shit. Life's a gift, motherfucker. It ain't easy, but the shit is what it is, motherfucker. You had a bad day, now you pissed, motherfucker. But you woke up so you rich, motherfucker. Need to stop with that complaining. How you run around hating on your life when you out here maintaining? Stop with all that stressing when this shit get frustrating. Know the sun around the corner when it's raining, nigga. Quit with all that bitch. You need this.
Wow.
If you want this answer, then you gotta pay the fee. My old heads told me I ain't worth it if it's cheap. Double cup of walkie, I be spilling on the seats. Niggas not a stain on me, I ain't even got a case. Money on my mind, riding around with my heater cocked. Wondering how many hundreds fit inside the Yeezy box. I be hearing people say my name that I don't see a lot. Hit it, then I pass her, treat her like I do my weed a lot. I just like my weed like my lean, need the seal. Place your order for the Percocet, the script already spilled. OT chopping, man, I swear I made a kill. Giving 30s off of 50s and they think we giving deals. 80s for 100s and they think we showing love. Gotta maximize my profit just to throw it in the club. Gang life, ENT, my label full of thugs. Only cherish one relationship and that's me and my plugs, nigga, ayy. Yeah, that's me and my plug. But if you in the college leaving me, so yeah.
This is the man.
DJ Nate G.
In the mix, y'all.
Pressing the button, dropping the bag on his head. Tried like I power, but it was too late. He shouldn't say what he said. I tell my head when you gon' slide. You should have everybody dead. Make sure you don't hit no kids. Lock up, we get back. I went crazy enough for the goals. They my slacks. I'm in the zone when I'm coming through. My drip come from Saks. All of the give me they throat. Wait, give me that. They keep on shaking that. Now they throwing it back. I'm gonna throw it back.
Fuck around, throw it back. Yeah, man, that's facts. Yeah. You wanna get hit? On the purple with how you know we turn up and dip. Shake that. Come on, little shake it. Come on, shake it. You doing a beam in the beam, but I was just say Salima. I like Aquafina. So I be sipping that purple. I got that glass, I'm a line to your. You got that up and you all be drop. That little she wanna get here, she like I go out. Yeah, she like I go out. Yeah, I be sipping a while. Yeah, I be sipping a while from the project. It get real, nigga get smoke on the field. Nigga be pop on the pill. Fiends become pills. Fiends become pills. Fiends become pills. Shake that. Hands up in the air, all you gotta do, shake that. Your left to the right, come on. Come on, shake that. Come on, shake that. All you gotta do is put your hands up, down, shake that. All you gotta do is put your hands up in the air, just shake that. Shake that. Turn up, shake it.
Yeah, you already know it's the Donut Man and I'm Brown. Co-host on the CME Morning Show, Chef Word. Hey yo, I wanna give a shout out to my man Nate G, the music mixologist. Check him out, he's doing this thing. If you need your shit right, holler right at him.
Smoke that la 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 la. I sing you a la 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 la. Bye 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 bye. La 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 la. Yeah, I smoke that la la la. These niggas lie, they like to lie a lot. We'll hop off the ride and start to fire shots. We're leaving no post on this entire block. My ambitions to ride, nigga, I am Pac. La-li-dee-da, la-li-dee-da-dee-day. Shot him in his face, niggas did it in broad day. Hey, fool, la-la-la, la-la-la. It really look like refugees out on my block. My niggas nearly not gon' freeze out on my block. Bodies falling just like these out on my block. It's cold, you can feel the breeze out on my block. Cameras in the D's out on my block.
Another wonderful day on Authentic Philosophies, and I'm your host Imani, and I'm here with you. It's Lucci.
This so soulful right here, man. I want to take it back. I got a story for y'all. Got so many memories, why wouldn't I expose? Umi used to sell half a cent to buy his clothes. Everyday struggle where we grew up wasn't top notch. No steak, chicken noodle soup inside the crock pot. At this time, checked around from Tribe, had the top spot. On Red City top 10. Rap was really hot then. This is when the people wanted talent more than nonsense. Conscious with the content. Wonder where that time went. I can see it vividly. It's in my mental Rolodex. Peace, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I know this stuff. When things ain't going right, please believe I'm going left like Jordan versus the Lakers. That's a game I won't forget. This was the year we found our nasty Nas was ill. Desmond Howard won the Heisman. Giants beat the Bills. Around that time I started utilizing my skills. Started a soccer, 1991 was real. Never let them know what's in your hand, make them wonder. Grind all winter, turn it way up in the summer. What you see is what you get, never been the runner. Let me take y'all on the trip when I was young. Never let them know what's in your hand, make them wonder. Grind all winter, turn it way up in the summer. What you see is what you get, never been the runner. Let me take y'all on the trip when I was younger. This was the year that the number 6 Jordans dropped. Only 9, but my soul was older cause I saw a lot. Used to hang the crate up on the gate so we could ball a lot. Didn't run the fastest, but I had a damn Marley shot. Summertime, I will and Jazz made the party pop. Barry Sanders breaking every tackle, he was hard to stop. But let me take y'all to a darker spot. Rodney King being cool on camera, it was hard to watch.
Don't go there with me. You wanna keep it real, you keep it real with me. Cause I ain't for no games. Lately I've been fiending for more, defeating odds. I see the doors, I just need keys to them all. A big house, son, feeding a dog. I need a Zors and way more than that little money that you keep in the drawer. They say they life is a movie, but I seen it before. Could break down every scene from the start. Steen can recall, I seen it all from back when we had screens in the car. Enough game to turn a fiend to a star. Strong look on your face, but we both know you weak in your heart. So stand firm, nigga, mean what you talk. Through museums I walk, have taste before you go see your Lord. Live, you should go and see you some art. Nocturnal, which means my niggas see in the dark. The guppies eat and get eaten by sharks. Attracted to four devils, but the God match them at all levels. To the maximum, I'm mashing the car pedals. Fuck calling these dudes brothers. You in a good spot and these dudes want it. I just want my run to last me 22 summers. Moving on ice since cool runners, some blue hunters. For y'all not to ever have a clue what. And they say when I'm writing my jewels, it's type smooth. And I make it feel like I'm sitting right in the room. Hard dark as the other side of the moon. Sincerely yours, thanks for your time. I'm glad that I got you in tune. And they say when I'm writing my jewels, it's type smooth. And I make it feel like I'm sitting right in the room. Hard dark as the other side of the moon. Sincerely yours, thanks for your time. I'm glad that I got you in tune.
This is a walk in the park where I put my perks. I took a shot in the dark and I made it work. I put the work on the wave and I made it surf. The coke so soft that I named it Nerf. And I was so smart that they named me Nerd. That's how I first established my turf. When they backstabbed me right through my shirt. Be careful out here, this shit is worse. Cottonmouth niggas obey they thirst. I always came back on the first and tried to quadruple them on the third. I wish they had a cure for my verses, cause I be spitting it to my nurse. I tried to grab all of the universes, but it brought me back down to earth. So I play stupid on purpose.
They say when I'm writing my jewels, it's type smooth. And I make it feel like I'm
This is the man. In the mix, y'all.
Pressure. I let that bitch where I met her. Fuck her in a Tesla, she came on a leather. Bitch, I'm a chemist, this shit like science. 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 Hit the gas, I'm out here flying. Run every light, ignore the signs. All 3 9, she saw the signs. She didn't allow me cross the line. Told her I'm special, just give me some time. Put it together, this shit by design. I got it checked and I got design. I put them thinking, I got them lying. Obey your thirst, that's them in line. Watch some of my neck, one of a kind. We've been outside and won't go inside. 11:30, don't fuck up the vibe. I'm over 30, don't fuck up my high. I'm talking gang shit, fuck with the tribe. I might get chemists, I'm mixing it up. We in the mixing, I'm mixing it up. We don't do handshake, back that shit up. Thumbs up, they put that in her butt. 3.5, pack was a buck. He in the comments, he acting tough. Catch him in public, he better duck. Lamco, Dexter, smoking, pressure. I let that bitch where I met her. Fuck her in a Tesla, she came on a leather. Bitch, I'm a chemist, this shit like science. Bitch, I'm a chemist, this shit like science. Bitch, I'm a chemist, this shit like science. Bitch, I'm a chemist, this shit like science.
People don't care and neither do I. I'll fuck your head up, you think that I'm lying. If I really have to pull triggers on you, girl, that's a mag and you can turn. I may have a pussy, don't think I'm pussy. You tryna push me, then go kick rocks. Don't jump at your size, fuck you in the car. Cause if another bitch came along, tell me what the fuck was taking you so long. Gotta let this say so I'm singing this song. Yeah, you got that, just say that you played yourself. Oh no, don't need that. Tell me what's a girl to do when you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You are now tuned in to Authentic Philosophies, and it's your host, LouchieTotes, with
Your boy Clever Cosmic on this Motivational Monday, and we're about to get it started.
All right, before we get into everything, like, comment, share, subscribe to the Glockray YouTube channel, download the app, go to the website, follow the Authentic Philosophy page for, interviews, music reviews, brand promotion, and more. Go follow the LouchieTotes page for tote bags, teas, wallets, and more. Go follow the Fly Girl Friday radio page and the Fly Boy Friday radio page if you want interviews, music reviews, brand promotion, and if you would like to be part of the King Black Show for freestyle skills. Follow FBFRPO for Fly Team merch. Summer merch is there. Make sure you come get your merch. Make sure you follow DJ Nate 215 if you would like to book parties, events, if you need a mix done. As you see, my mix is the shit. Go get you one though.
Shout out to DJ Nate.
We're gonna get into our Monday weekly recap. You remember what we talked about Monday?
Darn, I totally forgot. So the funny thing is, like, it's always a challenge to see if I'm like on my P's and Q's, but once she says like one word about Monday, and watch me just be like, oh, and then I'm gonna just have like a whole bunch of things to say. Watch. So.
All right, we had a bunch of different topics yesterday.
You're not as worse as me though, because I'm just like in a whole different cloud right now. So.
All right, Monday. I just put a couple different things. We talked about block captains, because you said you don't even know what a block captain was.
Yes. Keeping our streets and neighborhoods clean. Yes.
We talked about SEPTA changing the key cards, a landlord that was spying.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. Okay.
And then a black woman that fought a white woman for calling her the N-word during the argument. So that was the different things we talked about on Monday. So make sure y'all go back and check that out. Wednesday, I came here a little early, so I got to watch the social music movement podcast, and they had Nakia from A Connects, and he came on there and talked about his school and the different things that they do in the school and all that stuff, and the different things that he do. So watch Be Choosy, and she talked about. She fucked me up because she had something that was talking about how we're not supposed to have our phones next to us, and how, it's messing up our bodies and all that stuff like that. Like, we're not supposed to have it, charging next to us while we sleep and all that stuff. So I actually did start sleeping with my phone, far, far away from me while I'm sleeping.
There is definitely some validity to that, though, but I feel like it's hard to avoid the waves because we got our phones, other people's phones, microwaves, and laptops,
I don't
TVs.
got no microwave.
Your neighbors probably do, something within like a 300-foot radius of you has it. So it's like it's just, unless you're like isolated in the woods somewhere, it's kind of hard to avoid that. But we're doing the best that we can. Like it makes a difference if you like do sleep away from your phone though. So.
You ain't frying my brain. Shit. Fried enough with the flowers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we also caught Paulie in the game. And that's me turning my papers that y'all hear. And they went in on big people for wanting bigger seats on the airplanes. How you feel about that? You think that they should have bigger seats, or you think, just buy you 2 seats like you've been doing?
I feel like I definitely want equality for bigger people to have like a smoother ride, just like any other
You don't feel
person.
like they should just try and lose weight?
Well, that's definitely the ultimate end goal, of course. But in the meantime, for the sake of just being on this flight, I do think having them pay, what would be a better solution instead of just having them, create more seats? Just don't charge them twice, though. That's kind of ridiculous. You literally charge them for an entire other human being,
They gotta have 2 seats. They charge you by the seat on the plane.
I get it, but it's just that, like...
That's just even if they get bigger planes, they still gonna get charged more for their seats. So, like... They probably going to get charged even more now because we got to make these seats now.
I get it. It's
a
business.
Gonna have to pay,
triple
for these seats now because we had to make them on the plane.
It's still insane to me, though. But I just, I wouldn't want to be that big person.
I would charge y'all triple if I had to recreate my plane and shit and redo my design. Yeah, y'all getting charged triple. Your plane seats gonna be out of pocket.
Or some kind of discount, not like a full double the charge something, you know what I'm saying? Like at least like a discount on the second seat, then I think that's a good compromise. Some kind of discount, like at least 25% something, like I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's just like that's where I draw the line, for
I don't feel like you should get no discount
for my
because you
larger
big.
people, like
Lose some weight, eat healthy, exercise, on the diet. Then you can fit into that seat. I wouldn't want to go nowhere if I was big anyway. Like, if I was big, like, I wouldn't want to go nowhere. Like, I'm too big for all that.
I know. I know. Get a forklift or something, like, like we're gonna keep you on land, roll you around. I'm horrible.
Now I can see if you on medicine or something and your medicine is what's making you big.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can get some type of discount for that. Then,
like what's the
or
name?
you got some type of medical condition. Then I can understand that. But for people that are just purposely fat, no.
Yeah, I see what you mean though. Like what's the name of that show? Like it's on the tip of my tongue right now. There's like
My
this
300-pound life or 600-pound life.
something like that. Yeah. Where like eventually sometimes the person on the show would have to be flown from their hometown to wherever their doctor is, and sometimes getting them on the plane is a little bit more challenging.
And they got to lose weight before they can get on the plane.
Now sometimes they just somehow get them on the plane. I've seen it.
I don't get on planes. I've only been on a plane once in my whole entire life. And I probably was like 5 or 4, so I don't really remember it. I just remember my mom telling me to put gum. I mean, not gum. To chew gum. And she put the earplugs in my ear. And that was it. That's all I remember from being on a plane. But then when I came home, I watched a show on plane crashes, and then that was it for me.
You're like, that could have been me. What the fuck?
Yeah. Not no.
Oh man.
So third mouth. Thursday was the Loudmouth podcast. I didn't even write down that for that. Make sure y'all go back and watch it. I gotta go back and watch it. I'm gonna do that today. That's every Thursday from 4 to 6. Fly Day was me, Paulie, and we had Missy Porter up there, and we talked about the co-workers that stuck the pins in the food at the market.
Oh yeah.
And then we also talked about Missy told us some information, some tips, on betting on horses and stuff, and how she used to work at the horse racetrack and all that stuff like that. And we talked about a couple other things, so make sure y'all go watch the Fly Girls. And Fly Boys, they ain't really talk that much. They had DJ Nail on the 1 and 2, so do we on Fly Girls. So make sure y'all go back and watch both shows. And they had the King Black show, and King Black, did his thing for about 10 minutes straight through and fucked it up. So make sure y'all go back and watch that. Saturday was the what was it called? Get Wasted Festival? Still Wasted Festival at 11:22. And that joint was dope. We was vending there. It was a lot of great performers. The Renegades performed. The one and only A&B performed. They had a New York artist. Her name was Aja Alize. Young Herb performed. Everybody did a good job. Everybody had good songs. It was a good vibe. It was fucked up. Great vibe. I enjoyed it. What else? That was it. That was it for the week. Cause I don't got nothing else.
That's the recap, y'all. That's the recap.
So we can get into our topic. So first I gotta get to the topic. My phone about to die. Don't die on me, phone.
That was smooth. Put that in a phone commercial or a phone charger commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll sell.
All right. So our topic today is self-control. You ain't go to yours on your phone. Clever, go to yours on your phone.
My phone actually is dead.
Oh my God.
I should have informed you about that.
Yeah, you should have. So I could have gave you a charger. Now we got to use my phone.
Because I thought this charger. Oh, yeah.
Here.
There we go. Thank you so
Plug
much.
that up. Get your phone on.
Yes, I will. Waste no time. Don't
right.
die on me.
So, our topic is self-control. And the definition of self-control is the ability to control oneself. In particular, one's emotion and desires are the expression of them in one's behavior, especially in difficult situations. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is self-control versus discipline. So you can read that one, Clever.
Okay. Self-control versus discipline. It's also important to note that while they sound similar, self-control and self-discipline aren't the same. Self-control is about stopping a behavior or starting a new one, and self-discipline is about following through on what changed. Without self-discipline, you wouldn't be able to achieve what you want to do, but with a lack of self-control, you wouldn't have started it in the first place. Okay.
All right, so we're going to give y'all 10 little steps to help y'all, with self-control. So 1 is start small. Set small goals and reward yourself for completing them. If you reduce your social media time, start by leaving your phone in another room for 30 minutes. Then, gradually increase your amount of time and step away. I wouldn't even put social media in that.
I guess it depends on how you're using it.
For the people, like a lot of people use that for business.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And also, I guess
I would say like watching TV time or, something else.
Maybe set a time, don't just like aimlessly be on social media. I mean, even if it is for business, because I mean, hey, too much of a good thing could be bad too, because you might only need 4 hours out of the day to be on business, but now you're doing it for 10 because you love it, which is cool, but you still gotta have self-control and, monitor and moderate your time.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so number 2 is think big. Remember the big picture will keep you from making a rash decision. When you understand the long-term impacts of your behavior, it is easy to maintain the composure of oneself. I understand that, John, because I always try to look at the bigger picture or something and not like the little thing that's in front of me. Because, shit don't always go the right way and everything like that. So if you focus on the shit that's going bad and shit, you're not going to make it to that big picture.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, all right, this shit went bad, so this A didn't work, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever.
It's
and
like,
keep going through it, keep a positive mindset.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, ultimately we do, want to get to the destination, but we should always appreciate the journey too, because sometimes, we're too focused on the destination that we're just like losing sight of the journey. We're just like rushing it and not appreciating, our time and our stumbles and, our realizations and just realizing that we're going to get there eventually. We just got to, like you said, keep on pushing. Absolutely.
All right, number 3 is get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
You lose impulse control when you're tired and you don't think as clearly. Make sure you sleep between 7 and 8 hours a night. If you can't sleep due to stress, many tips and tricks can help. First off, I don't sleep. Like between 2 and probably like 4:30, I'm up. I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wide awake. I'll probably go to sleep early as hell though. Probably like 7 to 8 o'clock, I'm probably in bed knocked out. But then at 2 o'clock, I'm up. And then I go to sleep from like 4:30 to like 5.
Okay.
Not 4:30, 4:30 to like 6. And then, I'm up for the rest of the day.
There you go. That's how you conserve your energy. You have a nice little cycle there.
Yeah, I feel like, little naps and stuff. I would like to be asleep at nighttime, but,
Mm-hmm.
then when I'm asleep, these dreams feel like, I just went to another universe. And I don't even get no sleep. Like, I'm just at another universe living my other life.
I get that. I really do.
So, yeah. My life, my sleep patterns all fucked up. Do physical exercise, even a little bit. If you're used to doing a full workout, go for it. But even the smallest bit of exercise can wake you up. I miss exercising. I don't exercise like that no more. I miss running. I ain't gonna say I don't exercise because I do exercise in the house. A little bit. This much.
Yeah.
But I miss running. So, but it's starting to get warm out. So, pretty soon I'm gonna be running again.
It'll force you to be outside. You know, the weather will definitely give you a reason to be out there. And, you know, even if it's just simply walking, you know, like starting small, you know, even if it's just walking somewhere.
For the first 2 days, I gotta walk. And then, you know, I get my little fast jog. And
it's
then
just gradual,
by the third
you know,
day,
like,
you know, a bitch running and shit.
Taking them baby steps. That's really what it is. Taking your baby steps and.
Boop. Because when you first start running again, them leg muscles, them arm muscles and all that shit, you don't realize how many muscles you using. You go back, you know, the next morning, you feel like a rock just fell on you.
I've always wanted to be good at running, though. That's just like one activity I've always wanted to get into, but I guess I gotta like start.
I played
small.
soccer, so that shit was installed in me. Like, I wanted to do track, but my grades weren't good enough. I was gonna fuck y'all up in track.
They wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. I know they weren't ready.
They wasn't ready. My little sister did track, and she fucked it up in track. So shout out to her. Shout out to my little sister Siani. She was a track star. All right, I went off the fucking topic. All right, I don't like what number 5 is. Number 5 says download an app. I guess there is many apps that help you, you know, with your self-control and stuff. But I feel like it's something like you need to do yourself. Like, ain't no, like, I don't know. All right, you can read number 6, dude.
Number 6, get to know yourself. Unless you know your weaknesses, you won't be able to curtail them. Pay attention to what distracts you, motivates you, and draws your focus. Then you can leverage this information for improved self-control. Yeah, I get that. Because,
fuck all the bullshit.
You know, and
stay on path.
You have to be honest with yourself, though, because I think like a lot of times we're not honest about what distracts us, and that just ultimately distracts us even more. You know, like just admit it. You know, like you may be scrolling on the internet looking at cats all the time, which there's nothing wrong with, you know, looking at cats. Nothing wrong with that. When you have like deadlines to do and like and a cat video scrolls up, you can save that cat video and watch it later. You don't gotta watch it right now.
But they make me happy right then and there.
I get it, but it's not going nowhere, Tiffany. This deadline is. See, distraction. So look at that. See? The cat video is not going anywhere. It's not. Just save it. Click. Just hit save.
They were put on the internet to distract.
And you're falling for it. No. Watch it later. It's okay. All right. Number 7. Make fewer decisions. Steve Jobs famously kept a wardrobe exclusively made up of turtlenecks, jeans, and white shoes. Why? To combat decision fatigue. Your energy is a limited resource, and every decision you make, even if it's just your clothes for the day, contributes to the willpower depletion. If you are not careful, you'll carefully run out of energy and you'll hurt your self-control. I think, okay.
From putting on clothes?
I mean, you know, I've heard this before, you know, making fewer decisions, because I wake up every single morning and like every decision is life or death. It's like it goes from, okay, what am I going to wear? You know, what am I going to eat? Even when I go outside, what route am I going to take or whatever and all that. It's just like, and I'm just like, dude, it doesn't have to be that serious. And because of me, you know, wasting all this time, I'm procrastinating, and I'm just like, you see, it just piles up. You know, it's like one thing after another, and you know, this whole thing is distracting me. But when you make fewer decisions, I see the power in that. I just really have to apply it. You know, I get
By
that.
having fewer clothes, though, I don't know, because I like my clothes. I like having different varieties of things. But that's something that like monks do and all that stuff. Like they only have like 2 outfits and shit. And you know, that's what they wear and whatever. But
I guess in that case, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could be like,
I don't got that type of self control.
Like, what if, okay, it doesn't have to be that extreme to the point where, like, you're wearing the same thing every day. It could be like, one day of the week, you're like, you know what, I'm going to do? I'm going to set one day out of the week where I just choose all my outfits for the entire week. That's my Monday outfit, Tuesday outfit. I might mix it up a little bit, whatever.
But what if it rain?
Right, okay. Then
Or what
that's
if I'm just not feeling like that day? What if that's not my personality that day?
That's okay. That is definitely an exception. That is definitely an exception. I get
I'm
that.
an overthinker.
No, but I do think that's a good exception though, because because
I
you're
do
as
need to make
confident.
fewer decisions.
You're as confident as you look, and how you look makes you. It definitely dictates your confidence. And
Yeah.
and that really translates to how you
That
move
reminds
around.
me, I watched a video today, and the little boy, I guess he disrespected his mom or something, and they cut his dreads off. They cut his
Oh,
power off his head. They cut his
oh.
soul.
I've seen parents do that before as a punishment. I'm just like, I think
I
that's a
feel like
little.
that's traumatizing.
It really is. That's too much though. Like, I went to high school with a kid that his parents from time to time would cut his hair when he wasn't punishment, but his hair grew back fast nonetheless. And as an adult grown man, his hair is like
No,
long,
but
but
his dreads was like as long as mine, and
that's
they cut them
crazy.
off, and I'm like, he's screaming, no,
Oh
no,
my
and I'm just like,
God.
oh, poor baby. Why
That is
you ain't
not a
just,
good punishment. No.
plank position?
Oh my God. And then how you gonna explain that to the kids? You gonna go back to school next day and everything and be like, oh, why did you cut your dreads off? Because I touched the cookies and I wasn't supposed to.
Like, I'm gonna forever hate you. Like, I'm gonna forever be bad now. Like, the
Hell
Baldy's gonna
yeah.
be next because fuck y'all. I'm terrorizing everything. Y'all gonna cut my hair or everything about to get cut in the house.
And that's the thing, like, yo, I understand that kind of backlash because, now you're fucking up with that child's, like,
His self-esteem.
and his development, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, as a parent, you're supposed to be like instilling confidence into that kid. Now the kid is gonna be like, okay, now if I do something stupid, like they're gonna alter my look or some shit like that. Like,
He gonna run away.
yeah, that's crazy to me though.
I remember I tried to run away. I got like 3 blocks
Oh
with my
my
bag.
God. How
And I
old
was
were
like, where am I
you?
going to go? I don't even got nowhere to go. And I'm just like, I'm just going to go back home. I'm hungry anyway. So I went back home. My mom didn't even know I ran away.
How old were you?
I probably was like 8.
That's so funny. Okay, so that's funny because at 4 years old, I ran away from home for a small amount of time. And the thing is that I ran away from home because I really had this dream of being a superhero. So what I did was I took like a little towel and I wrapped it around my neck. And I was just like, running around the street. I was living in the Bronx, New York City at the time. And I was trying to find danger where there was nothing really going on. So there was an old lady just like, walking across the street. And I go up to her. And I was like, ma'am, do you need help getting across the street? And she goes, I think I'm okay. I was like, I'm going to help you anyway. So help her across the street. And then just like you, I eventually got hungry. And then I decided to go to a bodega. And I just saw the first thing that I could find was a big loaf of bread. So I grabbed the loaf of bread and I'm trying to like run out, with it, whatever. And before I can even run out, the store owner just blocks me off. He goes, hey, what are we doing? What's happening? And all that. And then
Wait, so the bodega is like y'all corner store?
yeah, so we call them in New York City and
Alright,
everything.
just making
So
sure I got my slang right. Go ahead.
absolutely, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Little corner store, whatever. So he blocks the door, right? He blocks the door. And I just told him, I'm just a hungry superhero. So then, so then when I told him that, he goes, are you gonna be okay with that loaf of bread? And then, he actually gets me like a grilled cheese sandwich and everything, like some Swiss rolls or whatever. Little did I know he's calling the police or whatever. And the police come, and the funny thing is that I was about 4 years old, so I really had a hard time remembering my address.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, the cops, they was like, where do you live? I'm like, I don't even remember. So the thing is that so instead of me just like literally telling them, hey, where I live, because like in retrospect as an adult, I'm looking back, and I was only 2 blocks away, but I didn't fucking know that. So the cops were just like, we're just gonna ride around, and we're gonna figure this out later. So I was in a car with them for a good 2 hours, right? And I rolled past my house. And I'm like, I live there. Oh, shit, I live there. So knock on the door and all that. So the funny thing is that, the cops are really convinced that, I ran away because I was being, abused or something like that, whatever and all that. So they So, which was not the case. That was not the case. But of course, cops need to investigate why would a
Right.
child run away from home and all that. So they asked my mom and dad, like, is he okay? What is he doing? All that. And they're like, why'd you run away from home? And I said, danger. There's just a lot of danger going on. Like, oh my God, what do you mean there's danger going on? What's going on in your house? Is there danger in your home? No, no, my home is safe, but these streets are dangerous. There's like bank robberies and all stuff, whatever. I want to stop it. Like, I need to be the one. So when you just say you ran away from home, I was like, oh my God, I just thought about that. But
I'm
it's just,
trying to figure out what superhero movie did you watch?
it was not a specific one because really quickly around that age, I was really addicted to Batman and the Power Rangers, and
Go
that was
Power
really it. Yeah, I was just like
Rangers.
Power Rangers and Batman and all that. So it was like that's where I got the cape idea from. But yeah, that's probably where it was. I was like, I need to be a superhero and all that. But honestly, now that I look back at it, the real reason why I decided to run away from home is because I hated the fact that when I was a kid, I hated the fact that I had to cross the street with an adult. I was like, why does it take it? Like, all you have to do is look left and look right and just go. Like, why do I have to hold your hand? Like, it made me feel so unindependent. And I was like, wait, if I run away and I become a superhero, I can cross all the motherfucking streets that I want. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta hold nobody's hand.
I can't with you.
That's literally what it came down to. Like, I want to cross the street by myself. Fuck.
All right, let's get on with this list. We at number 8.
Okay. Pay attention to what you eat. Number 8. Pay attention to what you eat. Some foods are better for your brain than others. Look for foods that can help you maintain a healthy level of blood glucose. A single banana or a glass of lemonade is enough to give you a quick boost of glucose levels. Yes, I definitely understand the importance of what you eat and what you don't eat and the amounts of it, and there's many different diets. I've been a vegan before, I loved it. Vegetarian.
Pescatarian.
There we go. I've done that before too, and definitely have seen like different changes in your mood and productivity with just what you eat. So
Yeah.
pay attention to that too, and what you eat is just
And just eat healthy so y'all can fit on the plane.
right, just so you can fit on the plane. There we go. You are so funny.
This is self-control for y'all to not eat so much. See? We helping people.
Oh my God. Number 9, treat yourself. Not too much.
Snacks,
Not
not
too
the
much, but
snacks.
treat yourself. Okay. Number 9 is self-care is essential to self-control. If you're always tired and stressed, it will be difficult to maintain composure over time. Gotta take care of yourself, take care of you before you can take care of anything else.
Just make sure you get some sleep. I don't care what time it is, if it's nighttime, daytime. Take your little power naps.
Yeah.
Get your power naps in.
And do things that make you happy. Like take time, at least an hour. Something that makes you smile. Do it.
Sit by the water. Just listen to nature.
Whatever it is. Whatever
Clear
it is.
your mind. Meditate. And the last one.
Number 10 is the last one, and I gotta practice this myself too, and we can all do it. But drop the negative self-talk, okay? Negativity holds you back.
Yes,
If
it does.
you don't believe you can do it, you're probably right. So flip the script by keeping a positive mental attitude. That's something that I try to instill in myself every single day because
Same here.
because tell me if you can relate to this though, because check this out. I'm pretty sure you can relate to this, and the viewers watching at home can relate to this too. A lot of the negative self-talk that I give to myself is I'm the only one giving it to myself.
Facts.
And I believe that everyone else thinks that, but no one has given me any indication of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm the same way.
because one example is like a lot of times I look at myself I'm like, oh my God, I'm ugly, and then I tell other people that I'm like, what are you talking about? When was the last time someone called you ugly? And I was like, the last time someone called me ugly was kindergarten. But that shit hurts though. You feel me? Like 20 years later, I'm 30. I'm still
That's
feeling
old
that.
trauma
You know what I'm
wounds.
saying? I still feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Childhood trauma wounds.
I'm always be ugly, man. But it's like true, we always do it to ourselves, and things like no one else is saying that. No one has called me ugly to my face, but no one has called me ugly since then or whatever. So a lot of times, we're doing it to ourselves. So it's just like, we are our own worst critics.
Fact.
For sure,
All right, and that was the 10 steps to helping you with self-control. Here's what self control can add to your life: improvement in decision making, greater chances of success in life, healthier relationships, less unhealthy cravings such as alcohol or cigarettes, increasing academic performance, improving physical health, better mental health and well being, the ability to set goals and achieve them, control over your anger and frustration, more self confidence and self esteem, and better leadership ability. And looked up some self discipline exercises, and one of them are like taking cold showers. They say start your day with a cold shower. That requires a lot of discipline. I don't know if I can do that.
And you know the thing is like, yo, I'm a physically and mentally strong person. I weight train, I do BMX, I've done capoeira, I play soccer, I exercise, I do all of these physical things, but the cold shower, I've never done that in my life on purpose.
I can't see
For
how
me to
people
take a
take
cold
the
shower,
ice
that means
baths.
they turn the heat off and I have no choice. It doesn't mean, oh my god, let's go take a cold No, no. I mean,
In the
honest,
summertime, yeah.
yeah. But
Not
by
now.
choice,
No.
I respect people that do that.
I can't see how people just get in them ice baths. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah, word.
I'm cold looking at you. The fuck? The other one is meditation. Meditation is a very powerful tool that can help you improve your mental, physical, and emotional health. So, y'all know I always preach meditation.
Absolutely.
It works and it helps you manifest. Get the right amount of sleep, which we talked about that, and regular physical exercise, and we talked about that. So those are self-discipline exercises. All right. So, what self-control can you add to your life?
So, for me, the kind of self control that I have is the amount of time that I spend uh, working and spending time with my friends. I try to like balance that because, there are a lot of times where, my friends are like, hey, let's go hang out. And I would say to them, I'm like, hey guys, I can't hang out today because I have to wake up really early in the morning to go to the gym. And the thing is that, no one is telling me, and this is one thing I want to add to self control. Self control is you telling yourself that because the thing is that, if I don't wake up at 7 a.m. and go to the gym, there's no consequences. Nothing's going to happen to me. I could easily just, go to the gym later on in the day, whatever, and hang out with my friends. But the thing is that I told myself, I'm like, you know what? We're doing 7 a.m. and that's what we're gonna stick to. So
Right.
so my friends hit me up in the nighttime and they're like, hey, you want to go? You want to go do this, whatever. I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I have to go to the gym. Not I want to. It's like I have to, and I feel like the repetition of that kind of just like translates into like other things, and definitely easier said than done. But that's just like one example of me trying to just like maintain the focus of like self control, unless like it comes from myself, no one else telling me but myself.
I feel like I need more self control when it comes to me overthinking because I overthink everything. Like, I come up with something for everything. I'm always looking for this, that. So, I just need more self control with that. That's about it. That's all I can think of.
I can relate to that too. I'm an overthinker too. I can relate to that too.
All right, so that is self control. We got a little bit more time left, so we can go into. Did I do it right? No. No? Okay. Talk, clever, talk.
You better chill before I log you out. You ain't Tiffany. Who the fuck is you? And then you gonna be logged out and everything. New password. New password. There we go. Now she's in, guys. She was just doing it with one hand and like leaning over, so it was really hard to like type in her password. And now I'm just picking on her for that. But she's in. Okay, now what we doing? What we doing?
All right. So you brought up the
Yes,
guy on
guys.
Wolf Grove.
Okay, guys. I don't know if you guys heard about this though. I'm just gonna read it instead of paraphrasing it though, because this is something that I heard about, but I want to just find this article. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it, and Tiffany found it. Okay. A man suspected of theft at the Willow Grove Mall last week jumped over the second floor railing and was injured by the impact of his fall as he tried to flee from the scene. And the Alberton Town Police said the incident happened around 7 p.m. last Friday at the mall in Montgomery County. I randomly found this video on YouTube one day, 2 days ago, I think it was. I found it on YouTube, and I just could not believe what I was seeing because, you know, I'm just like scrolling on YouTube, and I just watched it. I hit play, and apparently, as I just read, this guy, I believe, was stealing an iPhone. I think it was an iPhone, and he's like trying to run away, and he jumps over this balcony that has to at least be at least 15 feet, 2 stories high at least. And I think he was hoping to like hit the ground running, but he was halfway there. He hit the ground, but the running was not gonna happen. You feel me? So, and the worst part is, I feel like he didn't even obtain the iPhone or whatever he was stealing. I think like he dropped it and everything, and but I feel like if he dropped it, like there's no point to keep running. I just feel like just give up. But he really just
What in your right mind possessed you to just jump over the fucking balcony? Like, why was that your get out plan? Like, that was
You
like
guys
suicide.
need to find this
Like,
video, guys, because he broke his hip. Okay, I'm pretty sure the guy
he
broke
broke
his
his
hip.
hip and he broke something else too.
Yeah, and he couldn't. The pain was so unbearable. And the thing is, like, he gets up and tries to run away, and like literally 2 seconds later, he can't. Like, he just literally can't. He's in the hospital now. And he's gonna be going to the jail. He's gonna be going to jail after the hospital for sure. But it's like, you guys have to find this fucking video. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, at that point, I don't know what I would have did differently though. I would have not jumped over the balcony. I don't. I would have like. If I had to like tackle through some motherfuckers to get out of here or whatever and like go left, go right. But jumping over the balcony, I just could not do that. Like, wow.
All right, so a SEPTA lieutenant was thrown off the track during a, a struggle with a man that was basically smoking on the train. So he had basically like got him off the train. They got into like a little argument. The guy pushed him. They got in a tussle. Guy pushed him off. Fell in the train tracks and all that stuff like that. Then they got the guy. He got locked up and all that stuff. But it's like, why not just take the ticket? You wasn't getting locked up. You was just getting the ticket.
Yeah, for the most part, SEPTA police, they're
And why y'all keep smoking on the train?
word, like that only happens here. Because when I go back home to New York City and I tell people that, people smoke on the trains out here, they are so shocked. With all the ratchetness that goes on in New York City, people do not smoke on the train over there. So when I tell people like, yo, here in Philadelphia, that's a common thing, they're like, what?
I can understand if you smoking on the train tracks or whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's still a little bit of air down there. We can circulate and shit. Why the fuck would you smoke on the cart?
Yeah, I don't get that. Like cigarettes, blunts, Black and Milds, like
all that shit. Like we get off the fucking train.
And the thing is, like, I think the reason why it happens is like SEPTA doesn't really do anything about it, though. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they don't really instill.
People don't respect SEPTA no more.
They really don't. I'm just like, what is the purpose of SEPTA? I'm just like, I don't understand. Like,
I watch kids just look at the bus drivers with the grill face and just walk on the
right
bus.
on.
and
it's like, and I'm like, yo,
like they privileged ass.
SEPTA literally has officers that patrol the stations from time to time that have guns or whatever. But it's like, what are y'all for? People are still hopping turnstiles. They're still, freaking like, smoking or whatever and all that. They're still selling weed. I know because I buy from people on the fucking SEPTA train or whatever and all that. The fact that I can do that, how many other people are doing that too? I'm not snitching. I'm just telling the truth though, because I know y'all know SEPTA people. Y'all ain't doing shit.
But you don't have to pay them no more. The ticket people and all that stuff. You don't like they just there like taking up space for real. Like. You don't have to interact with them no more, so they don't give a fuck. They're not about to stop you. Half the time, they be letting the joint open so you can go past and make the train.
Don't care. Yeah, they really don't care. Like, there's a nice lady right here in Logan on the Broad Street line or whatever. Yeah. Going downtown. Like, every single time I see her.
Through.
And the thing I love her is that I don't even have to ask, though. Like, she just sees me. She goes, go ahead, baby. Get to where you got to go. Just go ahead, baby. You don't put the $2 back in your pocket. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. She's so sweet.
Yes, she is. Because she let me through a couple times. I'm like, Dad, I ain't got no money, but I'm going to come down when this train is coming. She about to let me through. All right. Let the damn thing go back out. It was another one.
That was a really good laugh. Oh, my God.
Roll them down. Where is it? Oh. it was a school that was in Philly, and it was about 10 students. This was on Wednesday. It was about 10 students that drunk some grape juice with something in it, and then they all got sick, and then 5 of them had to go to the hospital. So they didn't put anything else about it. They just said, they sent the remainder of the students home that was sick. The 5 of them went to the hospital, and they, just, send a message to their parents, you need to pay more attention to your children and watch them and have a good talk with them and everything like that.
Did they find out what the substance was?
I tried to do my research a little bit more, but nothing else came up about it, so.
Damn, honestly, I can see how easy that can happen, It's like I can see myself being that kid in school, whatever, being the one who brought it to school or someone else brought it to school, whatever, and it's like, hey, let's all drink this. Easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really easy. I can see that. I can see how easy that can happen.
Did you poison them? Was it liquor? Was it wine?
Was
it contaminated juice? Like,
might have been lean that one of the kids got. I'm pretty confident that whatever this thing was, the kid probably didn't know exactly. I feel like the kid who brought it to the school probably didn't know exactly how dangerous this was or whatever. He probably thought we were going to get a buzz or something like that. But I have confidence in that, though. Still,
today's children,
But that's just an easy trap, and things that I hope these kids are well. I hope them all a speedy recovery.
Y'all gonna all be little drug addicts. Y'all better cut it out.
Speedy recovery, and I hope some kind of disciplinary action is taken to whoever brought it to the school, though, for sure.
All right, we're gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna do the weather and all that stuff like that. So, a teacher in Texas, in Austin, Texas, she got reprimanded, and she got reprimanded because she taught her 3rd grade class the constitutional rights. And it was like, that's suspicious. Like, they think that's weird and all that stuff. And I want to know, like, why would you think it's weird for a teacher to teach their students their rights that they're supposed to know? We're all supposed to know. And it's like, that's just weird. Like, I want to know my rights. They ain't teach me my damn rights in school. I wish I'd learned mine.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of things that I wish that we would have like learned in school that they just don't. They don't even really prep you for real life. Teach you about like
credit,
like things
my
like
school
that.
did. Shout out to Cornell Elementary, because I'm always shout them out, because they actually did before. Like, they was one of the first schools to have micro money. The money they pass out to your children now just for being good. No, it first started off with you have to make a resume, build a business. It was banks and all that stuff from 2 to 3. We was working. We had banks. We had stores. Everybody got the shop. It was like different shit. You had to go into different stores to do interviews and all that shit. They was teaching us about investing. They had Chinese people come to the school and teach us Cantonese and all that shit. And this is a public school.
I love that. I love that.
But then they just stopped. Then every other school I went to, they had the money, but they wasn't doing that shit with it. You just got the money if you were good, or if you did this, or you got an A or some shit. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm gonna go back to my old school. I had to move to Delaware, so.
I feel that.
But I think that was like the best thing. Like, they need to do that in schools. Like, they need to teach children about banking, their rights, all that stuff.
Like things that they're definitely gonna be using in real life, though. Like,
Thanks. So, before we almost out of time, I'm doing a Mother's Day drive. It's $2 to enter. All you gotta do is DM me the word mom to LouchieTotes. We also doing a hygiene drive right here, 4933 Old York Road. The drive ends June 9th. So, make sure you donate some hygiene products, what you would get for you, what you wouldn't get for you. It's for the community, so donate. Also, May 6th, what is it called, babe? Rock the Block? Rock the Block cleanup right here, May the 6th, Broad and Windrum. Come out, free water ice. Gonna be DJ Nate, DJ Paulie be out there. So make sure y'all come out, come clean up, come celebrate. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not gonna be able to do the weather, but I'm gonna do the weather and I'm gonna post it on Instagram because we gotta get out here because it's 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna sign out. Go ahead, Clever, you sign out.
It's your boy, Clever Cosmic. We ran out of time, but time flies when you're having fun. And you guys can catch me right here next week with LouchieTotes on Authentic Philosophies, and catch me on Instagram at Clever_Cosmic.
I'm gonna just give y'all a quick weather review. It's gonna be 50 all throughout the week. It's gonna be in the 50s, 59, 54, 54, 58, 59, 60, 70, and then 76 on Monday. You know it's gonna be hot next week, y'all. Not this week, but the week after that. But you know, it's your girl LouchieTotes. You can catch me this Friday on Fly Girl Friday Radio, and you know we